talking episode 98 of our Watford career mode, and today, our final game here at Watford. There will be 2 more episodes. There'll be a roundup of the season and series, and then there'll be a 5 years in the future thing. But this will be the last physical game here in our Watford series, and it is the Champions League final. This will be a live episode, and if you haven't checked out the FA Cup live episode, go check that out. We are not playing in green in our final game. We are playing in yellow and black. We have to, and everybody's fit. We're going to bring Troy Deeney along. We have to. It's his final game. Whether he'll play or not, I'm not too sure, mainly because the other guys have earned it, and I feel like giving him the perfect send-off on that final day. His hat trick, the last game he plays of his career, he scores a hat trick, gets a trophy in the Premier League. That's the perfect send-off, and we'll put him on the bench. But it is what it is. So yes, domestic treble winners, Watford Football Club, and now we are pushing to become the first team ever to win the quadruple. And we're going to have to be a very tough Atletico Madrid side here if we want anything to do with that. As Sark gets really getting in the way of that, but it's going to be very tough. If you hadn't, as I said, watched it, the United game, it finished 2-1. It was a very tough game. These are some good teams. There are some good teams here in Europe. We have one here to fight against. I'm actually kind of interested to see what this Atletico Madrid lineup looks like. I'm going to hold off on it for a sec, but we've won the Europa League here. We've won all 3 tournaments in England. This is the only trophy we haven't won here at Watford. And with 1 game remaining, this being the game, we'd love to win it. It's here at Johan Cruyff Arena. A proper footballing stadium, this. And the Hornets have a chance to make history as everybody walks past the trophy. I'm really interested to see what these teams look like. Moussa Dembele, 6 goals in his last 3 games. Up front for Atletico Madrid. Atletico. I say Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid. Thomas Lemar is still here. I'm not sure how many I recognize in game faces. That's Saul next to Lemar. I don't recognize too many of these game faces. That guy right there. God, I know who he is, and I can't quite get a name on it. And that's Koke. As the Champions League anthem rings around the stadium. Look at that big Watford crest on one end. I imagine the Atletico Madrid crest is on the other. This is a tournament like no other. As a Liverpool fan, we've been to the last 2 finals. Won't be getting there this time, being knocked out by Atletico Madrid, but the final is some occasion to be a part of, whether you're watching it or not. I can't put my name on who that guy was. João Felix is still here. As you can see, this is a proper good team still. As we all shake hands with the refs. I want to see the lineup. Just read me the lineup. Arthur's here. Oblak's still in goal. It's that guy on the right there on the bottom row. I cannot for the life of me think of his name, and I recognize him. I just can't think of it. But we'll get it in a moment. It's driving me crazy, and it's going to drive me crazy, and I'm going to get to it and go, oh, exactly. But we are gearing up. I kind of want this to extend a little bit. Our final game here at Watford with this club. Jimenez is still here. This is still a very proper good team here. Are they not going to feed us the bloody lineups? That's good. That's brilliant. We have to check, though. We'll try performance. Atletico Madrid. Oh, Wan-Bissaka. That's who it is. Jimenez, Ruben Diaz. Panazzo is a regen. And then Koke, Arthur, Saul, Lemar, Dembele, João Felix. That's a good team. That is a good team, and I knew I recognized that bloody guy, and I couldn't put my name on his Wan-Bissaka. Alright, so here we go. Off in the final. Can we add another trophy to the cabinet this year? Can we win the quadruple as Lemar goes right past our man? This is going to be a toughie. As you can see, there are some very, very good players still on this team as we give the ball away in a really bad spot, and Rui thankfully has a pretty tame shot to deal with, but we cannot be giving the ball away against this team, especially in positions like that. Wan-Bissaka. He would be the perfect Atletico Madrid player, wouldn't he? Not the greatest going forward, but defensively outstanding. Here's Fabian. Can we do something here? Racing forward. You slip it through. Ziyech. Oh, tried to touch it inside, but defended well. Reguilon making the tackle. And Ismaila Sarr is making the run. And Ismaila Sarr, he's finished it off. And early on here, it's 1-0. 8 minutes gone. Our first opportunity of the game, Ismaila Sarr, of course, scoring the goal. It's 1-0 inside 10 minutes. What a start. What a start here. That's a great ball in, and it's a great run. And it comes along with a great finish as well. Ismaila Sarr opening the scoring here at Johan Cruyff Arena. It's 1-0 to Watford. And Atletico Madrid surely stunned with an early goal. When Liverpool beat Tottenham, that's what it felt like. For the next half hour of that game was just... everyone was almost trying to wake up from it. And that's what a good start can do to you, is that gets slipped in and it comes to Vinicius. And Vinicius is in on goal. And Vinicius, he's finished it as well. And 12 minutes gone, is 2-0. Oh, Atletico Madrid at 6s and 7s at the back. This is what they're made for, defending. If you cannot defend, what are you going to win? It's 2-0. What a finish. And the two pacey wingers causing problems. He's just run right beyond Wan-Bissaka. And that's a great finish. Vinicius, of course, a former rival at Real Madrid. Putting another nail in what would hopefully be an Atletico Madrid coffin at the end of this. It's 2-0 inside 12 minutes. 2 goals in 3 minutes. What an unbelievable start here. Nicked that off him. Not quite. Here's Dembele. Cuts back inside nicely. João Felix. Out wide here. Koke. Can't quite nick it off him. Got a touch, but it's out for a throw. Into Dembele. Back to Koke. Can play all over the pitch. Him and Saul can play anywhere, seemingly. But that goes out for a goal kick. And if we can settle this game down, it'll be very difficult for Atletico Madrid to get back into it. It's Fabian. Does just get away. And once again, gets away from a sliding tackle. That's going to be a booking, surely, for Saul. It is. An early yellow card for the midfielder. And a decent spot for a free kick. Militao finds Sarr, gets it in. Oh, thought that got to Decore. I really did. We're in a really good spot there. But once again, the ball falls back to us. Out wide here. Nicely played. One more. Lovely stuff here. Decore. Hernandez, I thought he was going to cut inside. He didn't. Make sure we're winning headers over João Felix today. Can't let him nick one. That ball gets played in. Here's Hernandez now. Cuts back inside. He's going to go for goal from an incredible angle, really. He would have done really well to get that on target, going beyond the center back there. But 25 minutes gone, and you couldn't have asked for too much more. A 2-goal lead. We're holding on to the ball really well. Atletico having trouble getting a foot on it as soon as I say that, but we've won it right back. And Sarr gets to it. He can. He's going to go for goal, and oh, what a finish! Oh, Ismaila Sarr, are you kidding me with that strike? Oh, God. 3-0. What a goal. That's a stupid finish. It just gets played off to him, and look at that. First time. Are you kidding? Right into the top corner. And Atletico Madrid, look at the curl on that. An unbelievable goal in a Champions League final. Stunning stuff from the winger. It's 3-0 on 25 minutes. And surely Atletico Madrid are shell-shocked here. Oh, wow. I cannot believe that went in. That's a stunning strike. Didn't really have too much of a choice. I didn't think I'd get that touch and be able to, you know, run it to where I needed it to be. Hit it first time. Jesus. A stunner. In a final. Fabian, he can lift it. And it's Vinicius, and he's getting away from Wan-Bissaka. And Vinicius can clip it into the middle, not quite. And he's still going to get a hold of it, and it's clipped in again. It's 4. Oh, God. This feels very much like what happens to Atletico Madrid after they concede the goal. They're trying so desperately not to concede. It was like when they conceded against Real Madrid in that final just before the end, and Real Madrid ran all over them in the extra time period. Unbelievable. They're fading away. They're not even holding onto the ball like they were at the beginning of the game. After a half hour, we're 4-0 up. And currently a formality, winning a quadruple here. Comfortably the best team in the world now, aren't we? And we've done it with plenty of players who have stuck around from the original team. There are still some proper players here. Decore, Hernandez. Dini, of course, is still here while he may not be a starter or contribute as much anymore. Ismail Yassar, of course, that's 3. In the starting 11, we have 3. I mean, there are building pieces here at Watford. Maybe they can try and turn it around. Of course, in real life, we'll see how the season kind of ends up in real life. I'm under the impression that they are going to play it, but they're going to have to wake up a little bit and survive relegation. But they have building blocks here to do some good things, and we've done some good things as well. But as I said, some proper players here at Watford. Decore is a good player. Ismail Yassar is a really good player. As that gets clipped through, a poor giveaway. And it's Hernandez here, 5. Brilliant. Too easy. A poor giveaway in midfield. Atletico Madrid don't even know what to do with the ball anymore. It's 5-0. And every once in a while we find a team we just rip. Liverpool were that team. We beat them 7-0 in the Carabao Cup final. And Atletico Madrid were 5-0 up on before halftime. With United, they were on top in the FA Cup for almost 60, 70 minutes. They couldn't find the leading goal when it was 1-1, and we kind of stole it away from them. But there are some teams here we rip apart, and Atletico Madrid look like being on the list. They don't even know what to do with the ball anymore. I don't think there's too many creative players here, to be fair. Koke's, he's all right. Saul, to me, is more of a workhorse kind of guy. João Felix, I don't know about creative with João Felix. I mean, he is obviously creative, but I don't know if he can be the creative crux in a team like this. And that's what makes Atletico Madrid difficult to deal with, because they're so intent on not letting you score goals that the creative aspect kind of drifts a little bit, and you wonder where goals are going to come from when they need them. And right now, do you see them getting 5? They can barely pass it to one another here as Hernandez cuts back inside, finds Ziyech, and Ziyech's going to go for a goal, and he clips it. Oh, that fell in the back of the net at 6. I thought that went over the bar. Did that take a deflection, or did he just kind of clip that into the corner? Ziyech with the goal. Unbelievable stuff. This is a lovely finish then. Let's take a look. I don't think that took a deflection. I think he's just clipped that into that corner. Let's take a look here. Yeah, that's just an unbelievable finish. Clips it over the goalkeeper into the corner. An unbelievable goal. It's 6-0 on 50 minutes. Unbelievable. Atletico Madrid have barely had the ball in our half since we scored the first goal. They started off rather well. We gave them an opportunity, but they were moving the ball around well. And right now, they can't even move the ball around. João Felix on it. He's just dribbled right into our man here. We have so much pace as well. Jimenez is not exactly the quickest of defenders. And we're tearing apart whoever, I believe it's a regen at left back. He's having a hard time dealing with Ismail Yassar as he gets brought down there. Jimenez, of course, trying to keep up. No booking. I mean, we're asking for a booking 6-0 up. You never, let's avoid doing that. Let's see if we can put this in this corner. Ismail Yassar is set to take, and it goes way over. He hit it pretty hard, obviously, as it flew way over. I thought that looked a little bit better than it ended up being. But we approached the hour mark. We're scoring a goal every 10 minutes, even though we haven't scored for a little bit, seemingly. Ooh, I thought that ball got back to him. But our runs from midfield, 4-4-2 nowadays is not run too much anymore because three-man midfields rip them apart. And every time we win the ball in midfield, we have midfield runners that cause problems. As Hernandez is in, and oh, he's hit the outside of the post. Hernandez looking for another. We are going to make some subs. Why not? Why not? Let's bring on Troy. Another final. He wanted to play. We thought we gave him the right send-off. De La Vega, we're gonna play him for Vinicius. I don't think I've scored a goal with De La Vega yet, but De La Vega's been a really good asset. And his pace late in games causes problems. But I don't think he's scored a goal. He's set up plenty, I think. We'll be able to check next episode, really, but you know, a good player to have, as Troy Deeney's come on as well. But, yeah, an unbelievable season we've had here, as that gets clipped forward and dealt with easily enough. And as you can see, once we start moving the opposite way, there's just too many men for Atletico Madrid to account for, and they need to chase the game, and they're not going to be able to chase it effectively with the men they have in midfield. Oh, come on, I passed that. João Felix, really good tackle. Can we get there? Decore, whoa, not quite. It's clipped back. Here's Saul, finds a good ball into Felix. That's a good ball. It's Dembele. It's a great save from Rui. He's had two saves today. That one being a really good one. The first one would have put us 1-0 behind, which obviously would not have been the ideal start. Can Deeney, I thought Deeney might have out-muscled and outran that guy out there, but not quite. Oh, that's a good take by the regen. He's just continuing to race forward here. We eventually nick it off, but he gets a little bit lucky to get it back. Tries the ball in, but we deal with it very, very nicely. And what a way to end this series in terms of games. This is a brilliant move, by the way. De La Vega. Can he slip it across to Deeney? Not quite. That would have been nice. Oh, can't quite get to it either there. But what a way to end this series. Our final game at Watford. It's been a heck of a ride. It really, really has been. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, because I've enjoyed making it. I've enjoyed playing it. And it's an interesting club. And we don't only do this to just kind of roll through career modes. We do this to learn about clubs, to fall in love with clubs. And this certainly helps, of course. When you do things like this, you kind of just naturally become more affiliated with the club in real life, and you kind of become a little bit more into what they're doing, and this has helped us do that. And Watford have been quite the ride. 7 minutes to go in a Champions League final that is 6-0. Unbelievable. It's like they forgot how to play. Atletico Madrid, after that first goal went in, it was almost as if the plan was to nick one and hold what we could, but when you break the dam early, then the floodgates open, and that is just what happens. And it's happened here. Fabian onto it. Our most expensive midfielder. The most expensive signing I've ever made in a career mode, I believe. Fabian at £100 million. Here's Ismail Sarr. Does well. Still holding on to it. Gets it to Deeney. Cuts back, and he was going to have a goal. Or a go for a goal. Clip forward. Can we get it to Deeney, who turns? And Deeney turns again. He wants a goal, but it doesn't look like it's coming. And champions of Europe, champions of England, and Deeney, he'll have one more opportunity here. Nice cutback from Deeney. And Deeney, oh, that would have been it. That would have been the brilliant ending we were looking for, but a 6-0 romp here in the Champions League final. 2 for Sarr, 2 for Hernandez, 1 for Vinicius. Brilliant. And it's so great to get to this point and have so many original team players on the team, causing so many problems for defenses, still being a huge part of it. Ismail Yassar, Hernandez, Decore, we've been talking about them. They've been such huge parts of our series. I hate when you go into a series and nobody's kind of left with you at the end. We've been fortunate to have 3 really proper good players, as well as Troy Deeney still here. He's proper good, but he was just a little bit older in game and can keep up as much. But Decore lifts the trophy. Quadruple winners, the first team ever in this save to do it. I imagine plenty of people have done it. In real life, it's never happened, but it's happened here for Watford. Brilliant stuff. The fans cheering. The best team in the world, surely, we've created. And another trophy to bring back to Vicarage Road. And I am going to miss playing with this team. There are some unbelievable players on it. But hopefully our next career mode is as fun as this one. Hope you guys are excited for it. But there are 2 more episodes here to come at Watford. So don't say goodbye just yet. We are still going to be doing a little bit with them as the trophy gets lifted again. Trophy celebrations are the best. Fireworks going off at Johan Cruyff Arena. And Watford surely to be etched onto that trophy as they set to take a picture. The final picture here at Watford in this series. The final trophy, the final game, the final win. And there it is, guys. Unbelievable stuff. Next episode will be the end of season recap. We'll recap the series, my favorite players, stuff like that. And then the final episode will be 5 years into the future of us not being manager and someone else being manager, and seeing what happens to the club after that, guys. But I hope you folks have enjoyed it. I sure have. Stay tuned for more. And peace.